Hello, KU students, and welcome back to another episode of Good Morning KU. I'm Michael Garrett.
And I'm Maddie Maloney.
No, Maddie, the weather's getting pretty gorgeous outside here in Lawrence.
It's nice.
Have you been walking around a lot?
I try and walk everywhere, exercise, right?
It's like, yeah, right? With all those hills, you get those KU calves looking good.
Yeah.
But the fall weather's still totally coming in. I don't know if you've noticed this, but it's like getting to the 70s where it's a sunshine and beautiful. I just can't wait for those trees to start changing colors.
Neither can I. And the best part about fall, actually, is all the good TV shows.
Okay, I'm glad you brought up TV shows because I gotta address it. The best show on television right now, Breaking Bad. You watch it, right?
I actually don't. Okay, you can't hate me for that.
I can kind of hate you for that.
When am I supposed to have time to watch TV?
I don't know. I mean, you got to make time. Here's the thing. Okay, so Sundays is like everyone's, like homework day, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Breaking Bad's on Sunday nights. So essentially, I get nothing done. Because I watch football for about 6 hours.
Yeah,
so
I don't do that.
That takes up some time. Does that count as TV? Do we count like sports as TV?
I don't think so. I think that's a whole separate category. That's its own sports.
Its own entity?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got football for 6 hours, and then we got Breaking Bad. And I mean, for those of you, I'm not going to spoil anything, so don't turn the program off. But season 5, which is what it's in, series finale is this Sunday. You have to give yourself time after Breaking Bad, because every episode just like your mind is just like.
Your mind is just blown.
Literally blown. Like you have to like.
I don't know if I want my mind blown.
I have to like pick it up off the floor and like put it back. I have to like recollect myself.
That's messy.
No, but it's so good. But then you can't you don't go from like Breaking Bad to like homework. I can't just like, oh man, that was a great episode. Let me go, read for class. It's like you have to like sit there and process it and just, whoa.
Do you have to do that with like all your TV shows?
Well, yeah, like Game of Thrones.
See, I don't watch that either.
Oh my God. You literally don't watch any of the best shows on television.
No, I do watch good TV. American Horror Story, that starts next week. Do you not watch American Horror Story?
That seems scary. I don't like
No, but it's so good. You get so wrapped in, and like the acting is so good, and like you don't know what's gonna happen. No, see, you get attached.
Is that like how many seasons is that going on?
It's gonna be in its 3rd season, and they use the same characters or the same actors each season, but it's like a whole different plot, whole different story each time. It's kind of hard to explain. It's good,
does it like carry over?
No, not at all.
So I could pick up any season?
Yeah, you can pick up any season and start watching. So even if you haven't watched the last 2 seasons, like you should start next week.
Okay, so like it's on FX, right? Mm-hmm. I haven't watched it, but I see like commercials and stuff all the time. So like season 2 is what, Asylum or something?
Yeah, it's an asylum.
So they like pick up the characters and like, all right, this season we're gonna put you here.
Yes.
What's next season like?
It's
Haunted House. Or
it's in New Orleans. It's
Scary
like
Woods
Salem Witch Hunt. See, who doesn't want to watch that? Come on, Witches,
What time is it on?
I think it's on at 7:30.
See, in the fall, that's dumb. They should put it on at like 10 o'clock in the morning. That way when I watch it, I don't get scared. Because like if I
don't think most people stick to like college student schedules though. That's kind of cutting out like main demographics.
Right, but like, I mean, I'm a 20-year-old guy, and I'll be honest with you. If I watch that, I'm gonna get scared. And I don't want to. I need my sleep.
You're a baby.
Yeah, screw that. It's tough.
It's so good. It's so worth it.
When do you make time to watch like TV?
I barely have time. I have to DVR everything or go online to watch everything.
DVR it's got to be like the best invention ever. I don't think I watch anything live except Breaking Bad because then Twitter
Well, it's so hard. Like Thursday at 7 o'clock, you have like a meeting for something or intramurals.
But DVR, you just watch it whenever you can. Plus, you don't have to watch commercials.
Yes, that's probably the best part.
One of my teachers was telling me that nowadays, like the commercials for TV shows, so like. Not sports, because sports is something you watch live, right? Like
yeah.
If you DVR the Chiefs, you kind of know how that's going to turn out.
Yeah, it's not as fun.
Whereas, like, if you, like Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, American Horror Story, if you DVR that, you got to stay off Twitter. But if you do that, like, you don't know what's going to happen. So you fast forward the commercials, right? So that's why you're DVRing it. So apparently now they're making commercials, like, really visual. So, like, even if you don't see it, no, but not like stopping it, but like, even if you just fast forward it.
You, like, still kind of have it stuck in your mind.
Right, like, the images are so, like, eye-catching that you'll, like, get what the product is.
Well, that's good advertising.
That is good advertising. It's a good trick. I mean, times are changing. So
it makes sense.
The change of times. All right, so we got a guest coming up here after the quick break. Dustin Struble is going to be coming in to talk about the Man-to-Man Symposium this Saturday, so stick around for that.
If I had a superpower, what would it be? The ability to make things levitate. The ability to read other people's minds. To be able to hold my breath underwater for a long time. I would talk to the animals. I could turn water into snow.
Or you could just give blood.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Hey, welcome back. We're here with Dustin Struble, the Associate Director of the Student Involvement Leadership Center. You might have heard of it as SILK, and he kind of works more with Greek life. So, Dustin, thanks for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, how you doing?
Doing well. It's a good Wednesday.
Yeah, it is a good Wednesday. So, Man-to-Man Symposium is this Saturday. You kind of want to tell me a little bit about that, kind of what's the purpose of it?
Absolutely. Well, we're pretty excited about this. This is kind of our second year of having a symposium just for men's issues and masculinities. Last year we had a very student-driven initiative in which a group of men came together to kind of talk about what does it mean to be a man, what does it mean to be a man on KU's college campus, and where do we go from here? This year we're really excited to kind of beef up the programming we have for this, and we're actually going to be bringing on a keynote speaker, Dr. Tracy, who is the director of the Men and Masculinity Center at Western Illinois University.
Oh, wow.
And we also have 6 different breakout sessions that are going to be going on in which various students, faculty, and staff are going to be presenting on different topics concerning men that I think will really engage some of our college students and kind of have them challenge kind of assumptions on what it means to be a man.
Excellent. So, kind of where did the, I guess, like what, so this is kind of, sounds like it's kind of early stages, right?
Sure.
So where did this idea come from? How did you guys decide that this was a need here at KU and you wanted to kind of work on this?
Sure, absolutely. Well, we had a group of, I'd say, concerned undergraduate students, graduate students, and staff members that kind of all found through conversations that we were kind of frustrated with the way that men are stereotyped, as well as the kind of social pressures that are put on young men in how to behave, how to conform, things like that. And I probably from our own experience as well realized that there's a lot of times where men are pressured, whether it be by the media or social pressures from friends, or just by kind of social norms that exist in society, that it was important that we come together and have very frank conversations about what it means to be a man, and understand that for every man, the way that you kind of exude your masculinity is going to be different, and quite frankly, that's okay. We need men that more than anything else, I think, feel comfortable with who they are and aren't feeling influenced or pressured by others to try and be, this macho man or, someone that isn't who they really feel comfortable in their skin being.
And that's probably the perfect demographic to reach about that is being college students, because, I mean, although all men of all ages could feel these pressures, I mean, it's obvious that at the college age, that's where you're getting it the most.
Well, and unfortunately, if you look at the statistics too, it shows that, our college men are the most likely to go on academic probation. They're the most likely to have some type of disciplinary issue happen their first year. And unfortunately, they're the most likely to drop out of school after their freshman year of college. And so our hope is if we can start to kind of address this in terms of the behaviors and the pressures that are put on men, that we can start to correct this and get to a place where men are really coming to the table, men are becoming campus leaders, and men are being leaders in the classroom as well.
So now, you're a part of this. Who else is kind of helping run this this symposium?
Sure. Well, we've been really fortunate to have a lot of campus leaders involved in this, as well as some key organizations and departments on campus. This is kind of a co-sponsored effort between the Emily Taylor Center for Women and Gender Equity, who's been kind of driving, the driving force behind this, but we've been able to get SILK involved, as well as the Office of Multicultural Affairs. So some of the assistant directors over in that office have been engaged in this. And we've been really fortunate to have sponsorship by some of our fraternal organizations, Specifically, the Interfraternity Council and Alpha Tau Omega Fraternity have kind of put forward some finances and support to kind of make this event happen.
Excellent. So if I'm a KU student and I think this sounds interesting, I want to sign up, how do I kind of go about doing that?
Well, the first thing to know about it is it's free. So if you want to do it, show up. We'll have some breakfast foods for you, and then we'll have a day full of free programming. What you're going to want to do is you're going to go to oma.ku.edu, and right on that front page, you're going to see a registration for that. OMA obviously being Office of Multicultural Affairs. Register for that, you'll get a notification, and then you just need to show up this Saturday, September 28th at 8:45, which is early, but we will have coffee and things like that on hand, and the program will go from about 9 a.m. to about 1 p.m.
Perfect. So if you guys are interested in signing up and going to that, sounds like a great opportunity. Thanks for coming in, Dustin.
Thank you.
We're going to have Jessica up here in a second to give us a little bit of a news update. See you in a bit.
That sounds awful. But a lot better than last week.
Texas Republican Senator Ted Cruz has been holding the Senate floor for 18 hours in an attempt to prevent senators from voting to fund Obamacare. The Democratic-controlled Senate will vote on a House bill this afternoon that could reverse the GOP-controlled House of Representatives provision to defund Obamacare. The Texas Republican has filled the time by criticizing the law, talking about the Revolutionary War, and reading Dr. Seuss's Green Eggs and Ham. 80% of Americans believe that threatening a shutdown during a budget debate is absolutely unacceptable. Republicans see this option as being their best chance to hold the Senate or gain in the House in the next year's midterm elections. Democrats are favoring to keep the government open with no strings attached, along with keeping funds for Obama's health care law. Attorneys for AEG Live will present their closing argument today in negligence case filed by Michael Jackson's mother over his death. A lawyer for Michael Jackson's family portrayed the concert promoter and Jackson's doctor as mercenaries who sacrificed the pop star's life in a quest to boost their own fortunes. Jackson died in 2009. In local news, Lawrence City Commissioners have approved the temporary closing of a portion of New Hampshire Street for the construction of a new downtown hotel. The plan has been amended to allow the section from 9th Street to the crossing near the Lawrence Art Center to be entirely blocked off from traffic from October 7th to October 18th. One lane for southbound motorists will be open during the weekend of October 11th through the 13th. Over 700 high school journalism students will be on campus today for the 2013 KSPA Fall Conference. The Kansas Scholastic Press Association offers an opportunity for students to interact with professional journalists, compete in various competitions, and tour the University of Kansas, including our own Media Crossroads. The KU volleyball team will take on the under-23 Italian national team tonight at 6:30 p.m. in the Horsch Family Athletic Center. The exhibition match will end the non-conference season for the Jayhawks, who will enter Big 12 play on Saturday against TCU. Saturday's match will start at 1 p.m. and is also at home. Also, the KU women's golf team won the Marilyn Smith Sunflower Invitational at Colbert Hills Golf Course in Manhattan yesterday. This is the Jayhawks' second straight Journey title. Thank you for watching Good Morning KU, and have a good day, Jayhawks.